Hello everyone. Welcome to the Verdugo HUUT. My name is Marty Barrett, and if this is the first Verdugo HUUT you've been to, I just want to let you know that you're living a lie. We don't normally have this event in a forest. It's not a Midsummer Night's Dream. We're not a bunch of Sybarites. This isn't Burning Man. But because of the plague, we can't have it at our normal rustic, woody, gabled sanctuary. So we have to have it out here. We're in the Los Angeles, or the Angeles State Forest right now. And the Angeles State Forest, if you haven't been here, it is right up at the top of Los Angeles, city of Los Angeles. And it's a good place to go if you are wanted for a crime you didn't commit. Like Grizzly Adams. It's also a good place to go if you're wanted for a crime that you did commit. But either way, you are wanted. You're wanted here. So, I'll be back at various points in the show, but we have several people from all over Los Angeles and all over the country. Some are in bathtubs, some are in their living rooms. Just here to perform for you. So, let's get this started. First up is a young man named Thom Bowers, and if you weren't able to see the captions underneath the video, his name is spelled with an H. Thom Bowers.
Hello, Hootvians, Hootites, Hootlings, Hooterinos, Hootish people. I'm Thom Bowers, and I'm here to play some music for you. Thank you to the mighty Marty Barrett for inviting me along to this virtual hoot that we're doing. Hope everyone is doing okay out there, and if you're not doing okay, that's all right too. If there's anything that our close personal friend Al Yankovic has taught us, it is that sometimes it's okay to embrace the madness rather than run from it. And so I would like to do a song that he wrote that is dedicated to that proposition. And it goes like this. I was driving on the freeway in the fast lane with a rabid Wolverine in my underwear when suddenly a guy behind me in the backseat popped right up and put his hands across my eyes. I guessed, is it Uncle Frank or Cousin Louie? Is it Bob or Joe or Walter? Could it be Bill or Jim or Ed or Bernie or Steve? I probably would have kept on guessing, but about that time we crashed into the truck. And as I'm laying bleeding there on the asphalt, finally I recognize the face of my hibachi dealer who takes off his prosthetic lips and tells me everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you thought was just so important doesn't matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand is everything you know is wrong. I was going to the kitchen for some golden grams when I accidentally stepped into an alternate dimension, and soon I was abducted by some aliens from space who kind of looked like Jamie Farr. They sucked out my internal organs, then they took some Polaroids and said I was a darn good sport. And as a way of saying thank you, they offered to transport me back to any point in history that I would care to go. And so I had them send me back to last Thursday night so I could pay my phone bill on time. Then the floating, disembodied head of Colonel Sanders started yelling, everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you thought was just so important doesn't matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand is everything you know is wrong. I was just about to mail a letter to my evil twin when I got a nasty paper cut, and well, to make a long story short, it got infected and I died. So now I'm up in heaven with St. Peter by the pearly gates, and it's obvious he doesn't like the Nehru jacket that I'm wearing. He tells me that they've got a dress code. Well, he lets me into heaven anyway, but I get the room next to the noisy ice machine for all eternity. And every day he runs by screaming, everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you used to think was so important doesn't really matter anymore, because the simple fact remains that everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand, all you need to understand, all you need to understand is everything you know is wrong. Stay safe out there, everybody.
Wasn't that great, Thom Bowers? Now, you probably are building up a tolerance for toms right now, and the Angeles State Forest is exactly the place where you can get your fix. We have another tom for you, but this is a tom without a silent H. He's a little bit of an older man, and he's not as silly and whimsical as Thom Bowers. He eschewed the H, and he's in a closet. Tom Bishel.
Hello, Marty, and hello, Verdugo HUUT. This is Thom Bishel, broadcasting live to tape, as it were, from my tiny closet. If NPR can have their tiny desk concert, this is a tiny closet concert. I'm going to play a song for you I think you might know. Well, I can't forget this evening, or your face as you were leaving. But I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smiled, but in your eyes, your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all my sorrow. When I had you there, but then I let you go. And now it's only fair that I should let you know what you should know. Can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore.
Now, someone who has performed at the Hoot many, many times, and we adore her, is Carol McArthur. And Carol McArthur, she, well, if you know Carol, you know that she flouts convention. And I said, you know, turn the camera sideways, Carol. She said, no, I flout convention. But no matter what she does it gloriously. Here is Carol McArthur.
Hi, this is Carol McArthur, recording a little tune for this weekend's Verdugo HUUT on my ukulele because I felt like it. And I've played the hoot many times before. Thank you, Marty, for asking me to contribute this time. And I'm doing a little ditty called Paper Moon. It's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Yes, it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me.
Listen, I know this show isn't about me, but one thing that you need to know about me is that I am functionally illiterate. Yet, when I read the words of our next guest, who will be delivering them from her bathtub in Western Massachusetts, I am filled with joy and delight. Reading an essay that she will introduce herself from her book, A Bag Full of Kittens Headed to the Lake, here is Cathy Carlton Hews.
I'm reading you a selection from my book, A Bag Full of Kittens Headed to the Lake, and I'm reading an essay called I'm Seeing a Bunch of Bitches Later. And I'm reading to you from my bathtub. Well, actually, my sister's bathtub in Western Massachusetts, and she's been a good sport. She deserves all the credit in the world. She's a great stage manager. Whoops. I'm seeing a bunch of bitches later. I'm seeing a bunch of bitches later. I blithely tell Lana, my bartender. I toss it out, seemingly almost bored, as if it is too much trouble to see this bunch of bitches later. God, those bitches are intrusive. They always want to get together. They're clingy, needy, clamoring for attention. They are always borderline hysterical when I simply don't have the time for them. What are you going to do tonight with the bitches? Are you going out? Ooh, a tough one. I didn't anticipate a specific question about the bitches, like, are they real? Like, who are they, and what are you doing with them, and where are you going with them? Think fast. No, we're just hanging out at someone's house. Okay, so the scenario now is perhaps one of the bitches is working late. That's why I'm in this bar now, having dinner. Wouldn't those bitches have dinner going? Yeah, that's a hole in this setup. Maybe Lana won't notice that this is odd that the bitches are dinnerless, today of all days. Just talk faster and maybe Lana won't ask any more questions. If she does, however, now, the movie is, yeah, one bitch working late. The rest of the bitches are hanging the crepe paper and loading the cupcakes and punch into somebody's basement. Yeah, spit that out again if she asks. Though, wait a minute. That cupcake streamers in the basement thing was somebody's sweet 16, not even yours. So now, if asked, you're panicking and mixing up parties, real and imagined, not usually yours, of different decades. Don't panic. She won't ask. You won't have to trot out the late working bitch and the cupcakes. There are no bitches waiting. 0 bitches are hanging streamers and baking cupcakes. The isolation has been the worst of it. My father has been unable to initiate or contribute much to conversation lately. I can see the disease carve away parts of him. There never was much conversation anyway, though. Frankly, upon my departure, nobody was particularly interested in whatever I had going on in New York or Los Angeles. On my few return trips back over the years, I too was profoundly uninterested in their small town life. We had successfully remained uninterested in each other up till now. Until now. Though we're together, I'm alone. I chat with the cat. We discuss the pros and cons of being a cat. Free and loose, dodging traffic, losing fights to the neighbor cats, freezing in the sub-zero February nights. I talk to the pharmacists about 30-day supplies and dosings and why are we running late through that particular med. I talk to the nice Meals on Wheels lady. Yes, Dad is okay. Yes, as well as can be expected. Thanks. Sure. Come in and say hello. He loves to see you. Oops. Watch the open door. The goddamn cat will make a break for it. I talk to the cashier. No, thanks. I'm not collecting stamps for the glasses. I talk to the ladies at the local pub. I'm good, doll. How are you? Busy tonight? Oh, yes. He's fine. Thanks for asking. These women are my favorites, except for Lila, my one real friend here. They are the friend substitutes. They are pretend friends. They know my food, drink. While we don't really talk, I listen as they talk to others, nod and sit among their friends as they talk. Close enough. It'll have to do. Conversations with New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, other past lives, busy lives, gone now. Really gone? Mainly through text, Facebook. One person calls every other day-ish. It is hard to talk on the phone these days. It takes energy, and I have to muster up the strength to answer the phone. Phone calls make me sleepy. It is far easier to text. I am. Short bursts of information are what I can handle. So the rule is, no spending the night under this roof on birthdays, award show days, New Year's Eve. There were always people around on any of those occasions. We gathered at restaurants, homes, fancy hotels. We cooked, we catered, we drove for hours and took endless subways to be together. To spend any one of those days here under this falling down roof, in this shack that smells vaguely of piss and puke, shooing the cat from the door, changing the diapers on an uncomprehending old man. What can't he understand about the diaper changing? It's unthinkable. Dad, we do this twice a day, every day. He looks at me blankly, seated on the toilet. What do you want me to do? I'm strapping on the gloves. I look at him. Dad, same exact deal, twice a day. Do you not understand that we have to change your underthings so you don't get sick? Do you not remember we do this in the morning and at night? Well, no, I don't see the necessity. He doesn't see the necessity, he tells me. Well, I'm telling you, we need to do this twice a day. What the fuck is with him not remembering that every fucking day, the same argument? It's an odd thing for him not to remember. What the fuck is with that? Is it just an old person thing? Is it a dementia thing? When the fuck is his next doctor appointment again? I have to ask about that. Add that to the list of things I need to ask, because this scene playing out twice a fucking day is working my last nerve. So far, this year, so good. New Year's away, Johnny and Red Bank, Asbury, Roger, Rachel, fine. Then New York for a few days, good. Now, though, a bad double whammy weekend has dawned. A town committee obligation is keeping me here, as 2 of the rule days are occurring within 3 days of each other. I had thought of booking into a motel for 2 of those days. This is what I usually do. That way I'm away. I'm in a pretend place, maybe meeting a lover, maybe touring a play, maybe a hotel after a film shoot. I pretend I'm in a long, flimsy, flowy thing, a bathrobe, a dressing gown, usually doesn't matter which. Then I can actually talk to friends on the phone as I am not so tired. I talk to real friends on the phone. I also talk to pretend friends on the phone and in the room. With all the above pretend places, the pretend characters come vibrantly to life, and they pace the room with me, sing to me, sit by me on the bed. If I am pretend sick, they pretend worry, and they pretend threaten to call an ambulance. None of them involve coaxing an old man twice a day into changing his panties, nor convincing a feisty cat it is far better to stay inside and have his dinner as opposed to spending the rainy night under a car. Yes, motels for birthdays and award shows. Not this birthday award show weekend. I have to be in town for this thing. Birthday dawns and I delay getting out of bed. I hear him stumbling around. A fog of unease swirls around me. Yeah, this is going to be bad for you. You should have gotten away. Lila had made noise about dinner, but Lila's been sick for days, and she will cancel, of course, as she should. Panic starts to rise. At least you should have kept the aide in for tonight to take care of him. Thank God you didn't cancel her. Though when Lila cancels, you will have nowhere to go and too late for a motel. This is going to be very, very bad for you. Darling, come in. I'm just finishing up those lines for tomorrow's shoot. Oh, what a long day today. Yes. Toss me a banana from the tray, will you? We'll order food soon, yes. The others are coming over soon. We can all run lines after dinner. Let's get liquor in here. I'm running a bath. So throw me that kimono, would you? The one with with that bath foamy stuff? Never mind. Don't you start. You wish. Maybe later. You call for food and liquor for all of us, and I'll leave the door open so we can still talk. You know how much I love Gary, right? I know you know. But I swear to God, I told him 40 times, if he breaks during that scene, I will too, and we will never get through it. How many times we reshoot that bitch today? 10? 12? The minute I get to, how could you just leave me on the beach, blah, 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 I'm looking at him, and he just starts to weep. Did you see that? Christ almighty. So, of course, I'm weeping, and I can't get through it. Poor Ang. What a saint. How many retakes was it? Was it 14? Really? Oh, no, I'm not sure. Oh, falsely modest here. No, this won't be my year. Please. I won't even get a nom. How sweet of you to think so, though. Though I do think the goddamn press department could get a little more aggressive about this sort of thing. But that's not why we do it, is it, dear? God love Gary. The best there is, really. That'd be ridiculous. No, he doesn't either. You're being stupid. He just gets like that when he's in a role. I did not. We never did. I don't know who told you that. Stupid. Did room service come? Can you bring in the champagne? No, you can't stay in here. When will the others be here? I hope they were all ready to run a few scenes. It's funny how Gary said he couldn't drop by tonight. Huh. I mean, I know he's not called tomorrow, but still, stop being that way. God damn him. Okay, yeah, I'm getting out now. Oh, ha, you've worn me down. Okay, quick before the others get here. Don't mention this to Gary. Lila cancels. She is very sick. My throat starts to close up as panic starts to throttle. Dad, let's go into the bathroom and get changed. No, we didn't just change. That was last night. Again. Changed, pilled, I sit him down for his lunch. It's my birthday, I say. Oh, he says. Really? How old are you? 59. Wow, you're old. I laugh. Indeed I am, but that means you are too, bub. He laughs. Throat closed almost entirely now. I wonder what to do with the rest of the day. I will get into the truck and drive, and no destination, get near the water. That's all I want, to be near the water. Lila messages me. Let's have lunch. Let's get a manicure. I laugh. Girl, you go straight back to bed. No way, lunch and a manicure. No way. I'm fine. Stay in bed. She insists. She drags off her deathbed. She picks me up. We get our nails done. We have lunch. We gossip about boys. She drops me back at the house late afternoon. The night aide is already there, taking care of Dad for the evening. Pretend I'm not here, I say. You two carry on. I go back and I message some friends. I speak on the phone with a couple. I get ready to go back out. Go out alone, to the pub, get a drink, talk to the ladies, have an early bite, and then it'll be over. I take a birthday call at the bar. Lana says to me, "It's your birthday? What are you doing here?" "Oh, I'm seeing a bunch of bitches later," I toss out. "Oh, great," Lana says. She waits a beat, then asks, "Do you want cake?" "Oh, no," I answer nonchalantly. "Please, those waiting bitches will have cake. Are you kidding?" "No, thanks, Lana. I'm sure someone will have cake."
Oh, hello. You know, one thing that is true of all artists, and I am an artist, possibly the greatest artist of all time, is that artists influence each other. So when the Federales rolled up on my little Sylvan sojourn a few minutes ago, I decided I would record the rest of the show from my bathtub here in my hovel in Tujunga, California, my little hovel coronavirus Tujungalo. Wasn't Cathy Carlton Hews great? Wasn't CCH Pounder great? It's wonderful hearing the secret language of women, don't you think? You know, when the Little Shoppers newspaper in our community did not review our show, despite the fact that we've advertised with them, and did not come to the show at all, they definitely didn't say, one thing about the Verdugo HUUT is that it gives you an inside glimpse into the secret language of women. So I hope you buy Cathy Carlton Hews' book, and I hope you follow and support all the artists that you've seen so far, and their websites are linked up there. Now we have two more guests. The next is very, very special. They're recording directly from the International Space Station. They're called Vampire 79. And they consist of Steve Johnson, English Matt Chapman from Cornwall, the ethereal Marichal Dewalt, and Lance Crow from Stowe, Ohio. Now, Lance Crow is the second HUUT artist tonight, in addition to Art Stucco, to come from Ohio. Now, many people say that the Verdugo HUUT is just a bastion of cultural elites from opposite coasts like Massachusetts and Los Angeles. But I'm here to tell you that the Verdugo HUUT has a strong, stalwart, corn-fed Midwestern connection. Both Art Stucco from Strongsville, Ohio, and Lance Crow from Stowe, Ohio, more than represent the hardy stock of Middle America for our Verdugo HUUT guests. So, from space, Vampire 79.
Talk with me, imagine that he will talk with me, talk with me, imagine that he will talk with me, talk with me, imagine that he will talk with me, talk with me, imagine that he will talk with me, talk with me, imagine that he will talk with me, talk with me, imagine that
You know, here's a song that I wanted to sing from the Angeles Forest. You know, Grizzly Adams is a hero to many, and I thought by this point in the plague I would have a long and luxurious Grizzly Adams beard. I thought my hair would do things during this quarantine that I'd hoped it would do since I was but a child. Here are some examples. Nope. Nope. And nope. But if you would indulge me for just a minute and sing along at home the end credit song to the Grizzly Adams theme, I'd really appreciate it. Ready? Deep inside the forest is a door into another land. Here is our life and home. We are staying here forever in the beauty of this place, all alone. May your Grizzly Adams beard never wither. Sometime this summer we will all see each other again. Our hands will be washed. Maybe we'll have gloves on. Maybe we'll have masks. Maybe we'll all be rolling into the sanctuary at UU Verdugo in our own iron lungs that Etsy crocheters have knitted for us. But in any case, this plague will pass. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And our final credit song is young Mr. Eddy Dyer, who recorded a quarantine song just for us. Have a good time. See you later.
Day 4 of the quarantine, and their words hang dead on the wind. You block them out, but they still somehow breathe in. Ooh. There you are in your certitude, and the crazy face you wear to the door. With any measure of grace, we've been here before. Taking our place on the scene.